Yo, what's up, guys? So, I recently dropped a Kanye West beat called Yeezus on my channel, and it got very good feedback. It went relatively viral, so I decided to break down this beat for you guys and show you how to make a Kanye West beat. So, yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, guys, so let's take a look at what we did here. The first thing I did was I opened up the Mini V3 synthesizer by Arturia. It's a Moog emulation plugin. It's one of my favorite vintage synths. So what I did was I sound designed this patch here. And this is the pattern I came up with. Okay, so this is the main synth for the hook, and for the verses I basically duplicated the exact same instance of Mini V3, but with this one I just changed the sustain so that it sounds more like a plug. So this is what it sounds like. Okay, next up we got this distorted synth sound from Omnisphere. I found it under the distortion category. It's called Spazzhead. So this one is playing the exact same pattern like the Moog bass. So here's what it sounds like. Okay, so once I got all the instruments laid down, and these are literally all the instruments in this entire beat, it's time to move on to the drums and to the vocals. So first up, we got this vocal sound. I can't exactly remember where I got this from, but I think it was from a Rasta vocal pack or something like that. So this is what it sounds like. Okay, so then let's move on to the drums. First thing I did was I added this clap. Then I added this snare to add more bounce. So then we got the main snare. And this perk to layer it with the snare, with the main snare. Okay, so once I got that, I added a second percussion, which is this one. So this is the pattern I came up with. And you can also see how I adjusted the velocity of certain notes to add a little bit more groove. So yeah, once I got that, I added the kick. And I also layered it with a second one. So this one is the top kick, or the kick with the high information. And this one is the main kick for the low end. So this is what it sounds like without the layer. And this is with the layer. Okay, so then I added two hi-hats. One is more like a live hi-hat, and the other one is like a typical trap hi-hat. So the first one, the live hi-hat, I did like a couple note changes and adjusted the velocity so that it adds a little bit more to the groove. So yeah, this is what it sounds like. And with the second one, with the trap hi-hat, I did another pattern to make it more like modern, I guess. So yeah, this is what it sounds like. Okay, so then we got this clap. This is only during the first part of the hook to add like a build up, I guess. So here's what it sounds like. Okay guys, so those were all the elements from the first version of the Yeezus beat. So I released the beat and the feedback was like crazy. It seemed like all of the people liked the beat and the video went relatively viral. So I decided to do another version of this Yeezus beat and I decided to add like a Rasta dancehall vocal to it. So let's take a look at what I did. So first we got this intro. Okay, and I also added like a bunch of effect plugins. First one is this equalizer to cut out some of the lows and boost the highs. Then we got a auto-tune, a compressor, delay, distortion, equalizer to cut down the highs and the lows, a huge hall reverb to add space, this imager to make the vocal fully mono, and last but not least we got this pancake plugin to pan around the sound from left to right. So then let's move on to the first part of the hook. So I decided to chop the vocal up like this. And for the second part of the hook, I decided to chop another part of the sample. So here's what it sounds like. Okay, so those are the vocals for the hook, and for the verses, I took the same sample but chopped it up differently. And I also took the same effect plugins I use for the hook vocals, but I changed it up a little bit. So for example, on this one, I added an imager, but instead of making the sound fully mono, I made it wider. And I also added a little bit more of reverb. So let's take a listen at what it sounds like during the verse. Okay, but those are the vocal parts from the verse, and I think this was also the last thing I added to this beat. So let me see. Yes, this was the last thing I added to this beat. So that's pretty much it. That's how to make a Kanye West Yeezus type beat. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated on new beat making videos, tutorials, or beats. So yeah, see you in the next video. Peace.
College beats. College beats. College beats. College beats.